It's the early way, yeah. 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 Damn. What's up? I'm Early Earl. Thank y'all for hitting these YouTube streets and coming on down here to the early way. I'm coming at y'all with the Nttv review, and this is for Zodiac House, Season 3, Episode 1, Mind of a Maniac. So we open the show with the opening fight. I don't know when it's going to happen. It didn't say. But we open the show with the opening fight, and it's a Rose. You know, Rose from the Mint. The Dime Show, the Mint. So she upstairs in her room, and it looked like she just got done fighting, and her eye like closed shut. And she probably can't even see out that bitch. It's so shut. And she mad, she yelling, and screaming how she gonna gut somebody like a fish because her eye ain't never looked like how it's looking now. And you know, one thing about these Nttv girls and guys, they gonna have a black eye, busted lip, beat down, swollen ankle, swollen. They gonna look battered and abused. These Nttv people, they gonna look battered and abused. So we get Rose, she go downstairs and she square up with the person I think they gave her the black eye. So, you know, they get to fight, and as soon as they get to fight, we get a montage of all the fights that's going to be happening during the season. And when I say they're going to be squabbling down, they're going to be squabbling down. So it's going to be a whole lot of fights. We switch over to some of the cast and like a conference room, you know, once the show gets started. After the opening fight scene, we switch over to the cast, they're in the conference room, and we get a message that pop up on the screen, and this let us know that prior to filming, Dion and his castmate Pootie, they get into a physical altercation on the way to the contract signing over a beef that started on the Instagram Live. So we already got beef that happened before the show. So they've been beefing before the show. Now they on the show and they can handle their beef up, I'm guessing. And then we see like cell phone footage of them fighting on the Sprinter van, and I'm saying they tearing that Sprinter van down. God damn, they tearing that bitch down. They fighting over seats till they had to open up the back door and pull them out the back. That's how much they fighting all up and through the Sprinter van. Then we get introduced to Dion, and he's an Aries. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. In his confessional, he says that Pootie, a hater from the beginning, said that it was on site. So when he saw Pootie on the Sprinter van, they locked eyes and he popped them. He said it was on site, so be ready when you see me, and they got to fight. So back in the conference room, we see Pootie. He calling somebody by the name of Jay fake. And he's mad with Jay because Jay mentioned that Dion was a cutie or whatever, and now he's been friendly with Dion, and Pootie ain't feeling that. And Jay don't understand how or why Pootie feel away because he and Pootie ain't even friends. So how you gonna feel away that I'm being cool with this person? I think this person cute and we ain't even friends. Calm down, Pootie. That's when I'm like, Pootie, calm the fuck down. Crazy. And then we get introduced to Jay, and Jay is a Virgo from South Carolina. He let us know that Pootie moves shifty and tried to be something he's not, which is a bully. And I'm like, ooh, well, talk your shit, then. So everybody, they load up in a Sprinter van and they head on to the house that they're going to be staying in. Waiting for them in the driveway is the host. And we got Rose from the Mint and South Central Playboy Matt. Big Matt, not the little one. They the host of the show. Everybody get out the van, and somebody by the name of Coco Chanel, she yells out the mic, hey Matt, hey Matt, I want to suck your dick from the back. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what you say on your first, when you first get introduced to somebody, your first impression of them is you want to suck their dick from the back? Girl, sit your ass down. We did get Nina, she the creator and she like the head of the show. She comes out, she jumped in the confessional and said she was nervous about meeting the cast because last season the cast was thumping and jumping on her. And then they show footage of her fighting on her cast last season. I'm like, well, what type of host? This not STV. That's all I got to put in my head. This not STV. They is low. Low. She come out, she said she was nervous because, last season her cast was stumping and jumping on her. But once she came out, she felt like it was a good vibe, so all her worries went away. She welcomed the cast to the Zodiac House and tells them to expect the unexpected. Eliminations will be every day. They will be winning prizes and money every day and can go home any day. She tells them that this is a game and welcome to the mind of a maniac. And I'm like, what the hell does a mind of a maniac mean pertaining to the Zodiac House? That ain't correlating with me. That is not I don't get it. And she let us know that the winner will be winning a $10,000 grand prize. Matt let them know that their rooms have already been assigned and asked everybody once they get in the house, get their rooms, freshen up because they have a mixer later on. And they all head into the house. So, we switch over to, damn. So yeah, my bad. So then we get introduced to Becca. Becca is a Libra, and she said that she saw the house on the Airbnb website, and she know that it's a game house, and every room is designed like some type of game. So the house it's like a game house. We switch over to Pootie. He in his room with a few other castmates, and he's talking about the fight with Dion, demonstrating how he was tussling with him in the van. You know how he was uppercutting and uppercutting and uppercutting. He said, I got it on footage, shit. He said that he gonna get him again, so he looking to fight Dion again. He said that he fell to the ground because some girl that was with Dion pulled on his jacket, and that girl was Coco Chanel. We did get introduced to Coco, and she's an Aries from Memphis, Tennessee, and she said that she snatched Pootie up because her and Dion are both Aries, and they gotta stick together. So yeah, she's stuck with Dion on a technicality that both of them are Aries. We switch over to, Mac and Rose, and they with some of the cast, including Dion and Pootie. So they all together in one room. Matt tells them that he came with his tooth out because he wasn't sure what type of time they would be on. And I'm like, Matt, why you the host? You the host. Why you coming with your tooth out? You shouldn't be looking to fight none of the cast. But then again, I started thinking about what Nina said. Nina said last season her cast was thumping and jumping on her, so shit. That's why Matt came with Matt came with that without that tooth, and I'm like, he need to put that tooth in. What grown ass man walking around and they got a tooth that they can put in their mouth walking around without it? I don't like that. I don't like that shit. He said that, they were already fighting in the sprinter, so shit, it only confirmed to him he did the right thing by leaving his tooth at home. Dion took a seat while they up there talking about, them fighting on the sprinter van. And Pootie, he's standing a good like 4 feet away from him. Next thing you know, Pootie jumped on Dion and they get to tussling all over the floor. They rolling around all over the floor, swinging on each other. Security broke them up. Once they got broken up, they started yelling back and forth. Yelling, screaming across the room, calling each other, bitch this, bitch that. Dion was like, they made up, so he don't understand why Pootie sneaking him. And Pootie was like, Dion snuck him on the sprinter van. That's why. So what? Nina comes in the room and she tells them to take that shit to the Twister room. And they made the Twister room. It's a room painted like the Twister board game. And they made that room as the boom, boom, bang room, where they go in that room and they bang it out. Whatever problems they have, they're going to go in that room, fight it out, and leave it there. So once they leave out that room, no problems should be coming out that room with them. So, they all go in the Twister room. Dion and Pootie, they fight again, and, that was that. And I was like, they looked like two little kids fighting, to be honest. It wasn't no damage getting done, but they was tussling. It just looked like two middle school kids fighting. Whack. We did get introduced to Big Verm, and she's a Gemini. She was on season 2, and she's back for season 3. And I remember Big Verm because I watched the Academy, and she was on their reunion, but she really didn't do nothing on their reunion. So I'm looking forward to see what Big Verm for the brain. I don't really know what she all about, so I'm looking forward to see. You feel me? Matt sent everybody to their room so that, they could get ready for the mixer. So after all that fight, he told everybody to go to their room. And then he get a little aggravated with Dion out of nowhere. And I'm like, well, where does attitude come from for Dion? He was like, Dion is rude and not a nice person. He's doing a lot and he need to just go to his room. And I'm like, Matt, you showing favoritism. Is it favoritism around here? Y'all got some favoritism around here? Matt, you showing favoritism. I'm like, don't let that host title get to your head. Cause you got a little authority that don't mean nothing. Cause I'll be like, who the fuck you talking to? And we'll begin fighting. And I've been to knock the other two out your mouth. We then get introduced to Jamar, and he's a Gemini from Gary, Indiana. And he said he's not about that fighting and he don't like confrontation. And he says that he's in the house with people that's fighting for no reason. And so he just gonna stay away from all the drama. And I feel him because I'm too grown to be around y'all bitches that's fighting for no reason. Why y'all fighting? You can't even give a good reason why y'all fighting. So y'all finna be walking around this bitch with black eyes, busted lips, busted elbows, busted knee, ankles, and all that for what? No reason. You can't even go home and say why you fought. Because I was on Nttv and that's what you're supposed to do. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. We then head downstairs to Coco. And she, to the room she's in. And you hear her coming out the bathroom, gagging, like she about to throw up. In her confessional, she said she got a weak stomach. So if she smells something that has an odor or foul smell, she's going to gag. She said the bathroom smelled like smelly ass after, one of her castmates, Kiss, came out. And Kiss came to the room to defend herself. Somebody told her that, hey, they saying your pussy stink. And I'm like, where they get pussy from ass? They just... They being messy. That girl ain't never say her pussy was stink. She said that ass was smelly. That's all she said. It smelled like sweaty ass once that girl came out the bathroom. That is stupid. They getting yelling back and forth, not kissing Coco. They getting yelling back and forth in the room. They in each other's face. Next thing they get to fighting. And I'm like, why y'all fighting? Why y'all fighting? Now, when y'all explain why y'all fought, because she said, I got a smelly ass. That's gonna be the reason why y'all need. This shit ain't making no sense. This shit ain't making no sense. So they get to fighting. They break that fight up and then they take them to the twister room and they fight again over who got the smelly ass or why my ass smell like, why you even talking about me? They get to fight again and that was that. After they got all that settled down and calmed down, they started a mixer that they've been talking about since they got to the house, So, everybody vibing, mixing it up with each other. They drinking, they smoking, they chilling. We got Dion and Pootie. They out on the balcony with some of the other cats, and they squashed their beef. You feel me? Outside in the backyard, we got Rose, her and Nita. They with a few of the cats, and they smoking and drinking and just talking. And then Rose decides to play a game. She was like, well, let's, everybody go in a circle, and they say one word that they feel describes Nina. But you can't repeat the same word. I'm like, okay, let's go. So they started off, one girl said, I think she a boss. Another person said she's elegant. Another person said she got a lot of confidence. Another person said that she's Another person said she's courageous. Another person said she's unpredictable, intelligent, original, the gold, charismatic, all that. Somebody, she was late. Her name was Ari. She was late to to the house. So she arrived. She was the last castmate to arrive to the house. She was late. She get to the house and she joined the game and she say Nina is the boss too. She said Nina was the boss and Rose talking about that word already being used. You need to pick another word. And I'm like, oh. And the girl was like, no, she think Nina is the boss. And she explained the reason why she think Nina is the boss. And Rose felt the way about it. And I'm like, Rose, you can't get mad. That girl ain't know. She felt like you had an attitude, so she gave attitude back. That's the only thing. So Rose get mad, you know. But she ended up pulling the girl to the side and was like, I'm a firecracker too, you a firecracker. It didn't mean nothing by it. I was just trying to tell you to choose another word instead of boss because somebody already said she was a boss. So I'm like, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And that was that. So, and then we end the episode with castmates Princess and Cassie. They get into it. And that was that. And I think Zodiac House season 3 episode 1 was pretty good. I just wish they introduced everybody in one episode. I know they got 11 people on the cast, but I wish everybody got an introduction. It was like I'm saying a good 7 people got introduced and we figured out what their zodiac sign was. I wish we got everybody's zodiac sign and where they was from. Other than that, it was a good little show. You know, that was that. I'm finna get into Close Friends real quick before we end this. Close Friends, it wasn't really nothing going on with Close Friends. It was like 40 minutes of a fight that could have been cut short in 10 minutes, but we spent 40 minutes on a 46th episode of them fighting. And I'm like, they could have did something else. And then we get Big Legs, they get on a sprinter and she get mad at one of her castmates because they spilled something on her purse. And you know, that was that. Close Friends episode wasn't really about nothing. That's why I really ain't, you know, dropped no review for it. But you know, I thank y'all for tuning in to this one of Zodiac House and until next time.